Welcome to the episode number 23 of the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint with your host, Lolita Guarin. And I'm almost done with my micro stressors. I mean, with not my micro stressors, but talking about micro stressors. Okay. So today I will mention something that maybe somebody can say, wait a minute, this is a big stress. Okay. Let me just tell you. You might be stressing out when you work with someone, or you live with someone, or you have someone around you, often that is not the highest opinion about you. That they have this criticizing that's maybe not very uh, loud, let's say, not like they tell you, oh, you're just so incompetent, or oh, you cannot do right, or no, but they just never give you agreement on anything. And mind you, something like bullying, that's a very big stress. Okay, that's a micro stressor. Somebody's telling you that you're, and calling you names, or any other way telling you how badly you can do your job, or really attacking your personality. No, that's different. That's a very big stress, I think. But I want to talk about a micro stressor. That is everything that I just mentioned, but just on a smaller scale. So, for example, let's say you have a supervisor, or a coworker, somebody that that you work, and you need to ask the opinion, and you tell them, hey, I did this. What do you think? And the other person is like, oh yeah, it's okay, or just plainly telling you, how about if you will do something else, you know? So, for example, when I just came out freshly out of college, I was working for the big oil and gas company, and my supervisor gave me a report to do, and it was everything great on the report, but where every page had, like, a header, and it had like a line underneath, like we had to say, what's the name of the report, and then a line underneath. I will put one line, I will print it out the page, I give it to her, and I tell her, what do you think? And she will look at it and will say, make it a little bit thicker. So then I go and I make it thicker, and then come back, and then I do this again. And then she tells me, I don't know, I think it's a little bit too thick. How about if you make it skinnier, And then I go, and then I was doing like 5, 6 times. Let me tell you, after third time, I was like, okay, lady, seriously, like, how is this important to have one line? Nobody's gonna even notice this line, first of all, because everybody have their own different opinion about different things, right? Some of us like lines thicker, some of them are skinnier, some of us will have love one color, others it's just a purely opinion. That's doesn't even impact what's in the actual report. So that was my micro stressor. And what happens, it became like a pattern. Immediately, obviously, my brain, and I come from the environment where there was constantly hyper vigilant and want to make sure that I'm on control. So I make sure that I please people. And I mean, I had a great relationship with her. She was amazing boss, but some things she just wouldn't agree with me. So next time when I had a report to do, I was already very, very cautious about, okay, what she's gonna say about that. And that was kind of stress. It's not like a stress that I was sitting there and thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to work. It's not a big stressor, but it's just like a micro stressor. So I want to ask you now, think about any of relationships with people that you have, and it could be a friend that you meet with them for lunch, but they telling you always like, I don't know what you're wearing, I don't think this color looks good on you. Or you're meeting a parent and they're never happy where you work or with your relationship. I mean, make a list of those people and see what kind of, what the micro stressor that you're experiencing. And like always, I recommend preparing ahead of a game. You will give you a sense of control, hence will give you that feeling of I can do this. I will manage it. So you will not be stressing so much. And mind you, there are many times that we already prepare for the worst and we're thinking, okay, this is what's going to happen. And it doesn't. And you know what? And it's great. It's great because uh, I think it's easier to go in a battle prepared and not have a battle than go into a battle and not being prepared. Um, and so think about what are those people and right next to their names, the solution. What is that they do? How do you react? And then try out different things. Especially if it's a pattern and the person continuously behaving the same way, the only person you can control is you. So you can control your approach to the situation and then try out the different things. And then you see what works. Maybe there is some specific thing that the way you will answer to them, or maybe you will say, well, because I like it that way. And they'll be like, oh, okay, cool. And then they don't do this anymore. And it could be that you vocalizing what is that upsets you or kind of like stresses you out about that interaction itself can help you clear the air, and you may have a great conversation with them about like, listen, I just don't like how you do this and this, and it just really triggers me, and we think maybe we can find a different solution how to approach things like that. And you may, through this communication come up with some great solution, then you don't have to stress about that in the future at all. So have courage, identify those micro stressors, see what people are around you trigger you this, then work your way to make that situation better. And if you need more help with stress management, I am open for consultations and I do one-on-one coaching. So you're welcome to go to my website, beamazingyou.com, and schedule a consultation with me. Also, I have a books, Stress Management for Adult Children of Alcoholics. Also, Crush Stress While You Work, full of tips and tricks how to manage stress in the workplace environment with a lot of exercises and some funny stories in it. I'm all available on Amazon. So if you're watching this video on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And tomorrow I will be talking about the last micro stressor. I think we covered plenty of those micro stressors, and there's so much of a big stressor items that we need to talk about. So yeah, I hope I will hear from you tomorrow. And please leave me a comment below and tell me what is that one micro stressor that annoys you when you deal with other people and you had no courage to address that, but now you're inspired and you will go and make that action.